Finding harvest workers is nearly impossible because everyone knows farmers cannot pay competitive wages when they are losing money on every acre. The workers who do show up know they might not get paid if the farm goes under. The Mississippi River situation made everything worse. During early harvest, the river was so low from drought that barges could not carry full loads. Draft restrictions meant less grain per barge, which raised shipping costs. Grain elevators got backed up. Farmers had grain ready to harvest but nowhere to take it. Some had to leave crops in the field, waiting for space at the elevator. He said it is not so much his plan for next year, but what the lenders will allow him to do. When you are borrowing $3 million to $5 million to put a crop in, the lenders dictate everything. And when they look at these numbers, they are saying no more.
How everybody doing today? How y'all doing? I had a thought. I was looking at some videos on YouTube, and something came to my mind. I don't know if it's a good idea, bad idea. I don't know. I figured I'd just bounce it off y'all. Y'all can say yes, no. Maybe give me some clarity. It was just a thought, here in Texas, because that's why the video was about Texas and the farmers here in Texas. And I just thought about it. I said, I don't think they would get somebody to come out and work in the fields, per se. But what if the farmers was to say, or maybe put in the newspaper or something, or announce it on the news, on the local news, that they was going to maybe do like a barter with some people, that people would come out, help them on their farm, say on the weekend, and they would give the people like groceries or something, maybe something that they harvesting off their fields, something like that. I don't know. I just thought it probably could have been a good idea, because a lot of farmers have different crops. They don't just produce one crop. They may produce one crop to sell, but then they have another big thing that they keep for like themselves and maybe something to sell. And they could, share that with like local individuals. I don't know. I think that's what they used to do back in the olden days, do like a barter system, trade with the people and the people help out. I don't know. I just thought it would be pretty good though, if they could just, share, and then the people would help them, and maybe they wouldn't lose their farm, or even if they're not losing their farm, they won't go into more debt. Because I was thinking about it as I watched the video, man, and you got to add up all of the different costs. That's why they say the cost is higher to farm the crop than it is to leave it in the field and let it rot. Because you got the operator of the machine, the fuel, and other things, And I'm like, man, I ain't never wanted to have a supersized farm. I wanted to have just like a small farm, and the food would be for me and my family. And then if I had extra, I'd maybe go to a farmer's market and sell that. That way it would have the money to put back into my farm, for my seeds and my equipment upkeep. That's the kind of farming I was thinking I would like, not the commercial, I never thought about commercial. But yeah, that was my thought, man. I don't know. I could be naive to the fact. But we all got to figure out something, because this year is going to be hard, next year going to be hard. Especially with us losing China, man. And we may lose a few more. You never know, man, because America's down, and when you're down, everybody kicks you, man. So a lot of people going to be kicking us because we are down. So we have to get ready for that fact. We have to get ready for that fact, man, that we are down. Also, I talked to a person I know who's a realtor, and they were saying that this might help somebody else who's thinking about looking for a house or something also, that a lot of the banks are going to be putting out their foreclosures. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Sometimes you don't know until you ask, and that's what I've been doing. Hey, man, I'm gonna pick up as much knowledge as I possibly can. But yeah, they're gonna soon be putting out their foreclosures because they're gonna try to be recouping some of their money that they lost or that they lent out. So y'all could look forward to that if you maybe trying to find you a home for yourself, or maybe a second home as a rental property or something you might want to pick up for low price, maybe clean up, and do you a quick flip to make you some money. I don't know, but hey, just passing the information on that I learned, man. That's what it's all about. If you learn something, you pass it on. If I learn something, I pass it on. Hey, man, thank y'all for coming through. Don't forget, keep looking from afar.